Hey folks,
Hi, welcome to episode 5
we're back.
of Mount Boone Cantina.
We have our special guest back again.
Yeah, we got Matt.
There he is.
What's up, guys?
That's Matt's intro every time.
I'm back to tell some outrageous story.
Before the podcast starts, subscribe to Matt's stories
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Here I am.
Yeah, and then we got Guy on Couch,
Yep.
Mr. Boone.
It's me.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep Matt's stories closer to the end of the podcast, so
Yeah.
you guys can fucking stay in here and listen.
Yeah, force you guys to listen.
Yeah, you
We're
gotta
those
keep
people
around.
now.
I guess I could just skip ahead, but
Yeah.
If
fuck
you're
you. Don't
if
do
you're
that.
waiting, let it fester. We're talking about Matt in the closet.
Ooh.
Is he gay? Is he not? Stay tuned.
Does he live in a closet? Who knows?
Who knows? We can't tell the story yet.
Yeah, but so first we're gonna do some questions.
Yeah.
Which, like Carly's questions, everybody knows at this point already, unless this is your first podcast you're listening to.
I just ask questions that I make up in my head or I find on the internet.
Love this part.
This
I
is
know,
awesome.
it's fun.
I think this gets the best response out of us.
Okay.
And if
It
it is your first
absolutely
time,
does.
welcome.
Welcome.
How are you?
I love you.
How's it going?
Light a candle.
We're so sorry you found us. Okay, should I start?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Let's get it.
What's the worst name you could give your child, excluding Elon Musk's? Go ahead.
Oh man. Jeez. Worst name.
Can I start?
Yes.
Bartholomew. Kids, I think even though it'd be start like Barth, I think
Yeah.
kids are just gonna start calling him Barf.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like,
And you're-
see, like, or people from other places that speak different, like Irish people. Like my accent's a little bit gone, but we don't really pronounce THs that well.
No.
So like,
Natalie
Bar-
always says that's
Barth.
her favorite thing is how you say her name because you don't say the T.
oh Natalie.
Yeah,
No.
Natalie.
But Barth turns into Bart, and Bart sounds like fart.
And then you'd be Barmelu.
Bart.
And then suddenly are
it's
you
a-
barfing? Barmelu.
Bart fart. Yeah, that's a pretty shitty.
Yeah,
name.
that's a pretty good
That's
one.
it's not great.
All right.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna a little bit of a throwback here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Nebuchadnezzar, but you shorten it to Chad, right?
How is it spelled?
Hang on. That's a tough one. It's long as fuck. Anybody who's seen The Matrix,
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne's ship is called the Nebuchadnezzar, which was named after. Here's some esoteric knowledge for you guys. It was named after the king of Babylon who built the Hanging Gardens.
Why are
There
Boone
you
and I
go.
just hanging out in the Bible with our names?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Looking at shitty names, check the Bible.
You're goddamn right.
Fuck the Bible. Fuck Jesus.
So yeah, Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Nebuchad
Oh.
and Ezzar. So there is the
Yeah.
name Chad right
Yeah.
there in the middle of
I
Nebuchadnezzar.
would say Chad is the worst name you can name someone.
I actually have
Chad-
another Bible name.
Chad is rough
Yeah.
on its own already.
Yeah.
But if you have to explain that your name is Nebuchadnezzar, it's
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, I guess that's
So you're
true.
like, your name's Chad, you're a douchebag, and he's like, haha, fuck you, my name's Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh,
And then
you're
they're
a
like,
super
no,
douchebag.
no, honey, you're worse than you thought. Just go back to being Chad. Just
guys-
be Chaz.
You ever see that video? It's like, hey, what's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony.
What's your name?
Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Bartholomew.
I was thinking, who's the fucking... I had it in my head a few seconds ago. Who's the fucking apostle that was an asshole?
Judas.
Judas. You can't name your kid Judas.
That'd be pretty cruel.
Your
Yeah.
own kid betrays you? Like,
Yeah, but like, yeah, I thought it was like kind of a cool rebel name too. It's like the one guy that stuck it to Jesus and was like, "Fuck you, Jesus."
Yeah.
Like you can turn bread into wine and shit, or not
bread into wine.
turn bread into wine and shit. And fuck you, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm Judas.
Again, and I'm gonna go back to my point. The first time we had this argument, which wasn't on the podcast.
No.
He didn't stick. It's not that he was the only one to stick it to Jesus, because Jesus got crucified. All right. Somebody stuck Jesus to a cross.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
It wasn't just
Judas was the
here.
first one to
People
start-
already didn't like him.
Judas started a trend.
You know
Judas
what
was
name I
a
don't
Roman
like?
spy.
Judas was
Yeah.
like hashtag fuck Jesus. And the,
Hashtag I'm out.
whoever the fuck crucified him was like, okay.
Yeah.
On the cross, hashtag, is this real life?
Hashtag back from the dead, bitches.
The Catholic cross is actually the original hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it started out
There
at.
used
And
to
then
be
they add-
another,
they- yeah.
but then it
Then
fell
they
off.
added 2 other lines.
If you didn't know already, we're going to hell.
Dude, I think hell would be fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I think so too. I think it's more than just like fiery death. I think it's like a party.
yeah, like chances are
Hot box.
Talk about a tan.
Yeah.
you just go all leathery down in hell.
Yeah.
Dude, Ozzy Osbourne's probably gonna die pretty soon. Maybe not.
No,
he could
no
be
way.
a demon.
There's no way he's dying anytime soon.
If
Maybe
I can go,
he is Satan.
If I can go
If
to
a man
hell,
can live to 70, having done as much heroin as Ozzy Osbourne,
he's immortal.
yeah, he's not gonna
Support.
die anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's fucking immune to it.
But imagine like going to hell, having like a concert set up with flames all around it,
Yeah.
and like red rock, and fucking Ozzy Osbourne comes out looking like a demon and just absolutely rocks the fucking stadium.
That's your dream.
That would be so good. Like it might be eternal pain, but at least
Yeah.
I get to see Ozzy in a concert.
And you're up in the stairway of heaven looking down. Aww.
Oh shit, yeah. Would you rather go to heaven with a bunch of pompous cunts, or would you rather go to hell with Ozzy Osbourne? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hymns or a fucking rock concert.
Yeah, exactly. That's my fucking.
I noticed all of your names were boy names.
Did you have a name?
Yeah, Boris.
Is that a girl name?
I don't know. It's a bad name though.
Boris is a bad
Technically,
name.
there's nothing stopping you naming your daughter Nebuchadnezzar aside from basic morality, but
Yeah.
But I
Her
think
name's-
you have thrown basic morality out the window if you name your kid Nebuchadnezzar in general.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
you
hope
that.
That's
you
a
would name
cruel
your
thing.
Like
kid that.
now.
No.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Imagine. The doctor's like, what do you want to name it? Nebuchadnezzar.
And they're like,
Are you
"Nah."
sure?
yeah, you sure
And you're
about
like,
that?
but we're going to call him Chad. And he's like, are you sure? You're sure?
He's like, hang on a minute. Let me administer a
drugs
field
cool.
sobriety test,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about it again after that.
Yeah. I don't know
Listen, I
how
would-
you could convince.
I would happily be called Nebuchadnezzar. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Get arrested for child endangerment for naming your kid that.
Yeah.
Especially
Do you know
if-
how
beat the-
hard
you gotta
it would
beat the
be for
fuck
that
up.
child to like spell their name?
Although to be fair,
At
my
Just
name
call him
school?
Nebby.
In grade 5?
They're going to call him
In grade
Chad.
5. Kindergarten.
Neb. Good old Neb.
Okay, I'm moving on to the next
Alright.
one.
Okay.
Because I don't
Okay,
want to talk
next
so much.
question.
Okay. What's the most comfortable chair you've ever sat in?
That's a dumb question.
It's not a dumb question.
That's not a dumb question at all.
It's not.
There's a chair.
Yeah.
And it's at Sean's place right now.
Yeah.
And it used to be at my house.
Yeah.
For so long.
It's a
this
green
chair
chair.
reclines. The back falls out sometimes. But you can fucking sleep on this.
It's about the character.
This is the ultimate. This is like Lazy Boys before Lazy Boys was a thing.
When Sean and
Nice.
Matt lived together, Matt would not sleep in his room. He would sleep on the chair. And he
Yes.
would wake
God
up
damn.
and live on the chair.
Yes, I used to fall asleep playing online poker at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
But
Wake up and start playing again.
you say it's a chair, like it's a fucking, like a little single sofa?
This
Yeah.
is a
How'd you
chair
sleep-
that
Why
reclines.
did you sleep on that?
Trust me, if you sat
Because
on
you just
it,
fall asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just happens.
You're
when
like,
you're
oh,
in that
I got pocket aces. Oh, I'm so fucking tired.
chair. Matt sits down in the chair. It's all dad noises.
yeah,
The dad
basically.
noises commence. I get it now.
Yeah, guys, there was a time when I was so addicted just being on my laptop or watching TV while I was in university,
Yeah.
like just before I dropped out, that I was literally too lazy to make craft dinner. It took too long. There was a time in my life
good
when
goddamn.
the main thing I ate was microwavable popcorn.
Did you just eat it raw, or eat the fucking? You should have just ate the Kraft dinner raw,
Oh my god, that would have been so fast.
and
But yeah.
just like down the powder.
I would,
Ew.
I'd go, set down the laptop, run to the microwave, throw the bag in, run back, check my hand, run back, get my bag of popcorn, run back.
Jesus, man.
And then I dropped out of
more
school.
work than making Kraft dinner.
I'm glad you cooled your jets.
Yeah,
That's animalistic.
My life is so much better than it was back then.
Yeah.
When I lived in
popcorn was the only
Winnipeg,
food.
things were rough.
Winnipeg sucks shit.
Yeah.
It does.
That's why.
Yeah, I was in a shitty long distance relationship, playing online poker 20 hours a day, eating bags of popcorn for
That
breakfast,
sounds like
lunch, and
pretty
fucking
good.
dinner.
Actually. I'll try that.
It wasn't.
That's
good.
brutal, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
Not gonna lie.
Things are good now though. I got savings.
Nice.
Couple cents. Off to a good
You got
start.
stories?
I eat popcorn as a snack like
Nice.
twice a month.
Twice a
It
day.
is- hey, shut the fuck up. Yesterday, before 9 o'clock in the morning, I had a brisket made.
Whoa.
I made
Whoa.
a pot roast
Dude.
first thing in the morning.
Why?
Holy shit.
I know, like, there's a whole problem going on with people being laid off and stuff. I love being laid off. I had a pot roast, like, made at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Matt made himself like a 3-piece meal.
It's
Like
Tuesday. Who has a pot roast made at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday?
No one
I
but
made
you.
hash brown and eggs. I was like, I'm having a pot roast for fucking breakfast.
You got a
That's
lot
the
of time.
life to live, man.
Yeah, things are
Healthy
good.
time
If
now.
you're concerned about me, things are good.
Things are good. Yeah.
You knew me back when I was in university. I'm so
Don't
fucking
worry
sorry.
about it.
Yeah, it was not great.
He has pot roast now.
My favorite chair was in Phoenix, Arizona.
What the fuck's up with you guys remembering chairs? I don't remember a comfy chair.
It was her question. She knew she was.
I
Gonna...
knew it
You
was
have
gonna ask it.
sad lives to remember a fucking comfortable chair.
Okay, you didn't let me explain the chair.
Okay,
though.
this chair better be astronomical.
Okay, so it was in the lobby of the hotel we were staying at.
Go off to a shitty start.
No. And it was like an egg shaped, which is like doesn't seem comfortable, right?
No, that
But-
seems like some new age weird bullshit.
Yeah,
What are
but
you,
it
Chicken
was
Little?
no, stop. But it was like covered in padding, and I felt like I was in an insane asylum. It was great.
That sounds.
What the fuck?
You know,
Do you feel at home
You
in
were
an
in a
insane
padded
asylum?
egg?
Yeah,
Are things okay and up in the mind?
maybe you're still there.
yeah. I hope so.
We're just
Wait, hang on. Let me roll back a
projections
second.
of your
How
imagination.
many
Yeah.
egg-shaped insane asylum rooms have you seen?
Just the one.
Egg-shaped. Just the one?
Yeah.
I see one every day.
Okay.
I'm in
That's
one.
my room. Yeah. What are you
I
talking about?
requested the old Milwaukee sign. Fucked in the head.
Yeah, like you guys are just figments of my imagination.
I don't
I hope.
have any.
You have a boring imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna go with the three of us.
Yeah.
You're exciting though, Matt.
Oh,
We're
that's a slap in the face to the
We're
boys.
like a good
That's genuinely
representation
fair.
of
That's
antidepressants,
genuinely fair.
except ones
I'm
that
not
don't
making
work.
pot roast at 9 in
We're
the
like a
morning.
good representation.
You have a
of-
job.
I know!
Anyways, your favorite chair?
Oh, I don't have a favorite chair because I'm not as fucking sad as all of you.
But
Boone, do you have a
Evan
favorite
likes
chair?
the futon.
It's pretty good.
I think the futon.
I feel like I sat in a pretty banging old-fashioned rocking chair at some point, and that
Yeah.
slapped.
yeah.
yeah, because
but
you're an
ag-
old soul.
Again, I
Felt right.
thank you.
Not memorable enough to know which chair it was.
Yeah, I don't know where it was.
Because it's just a fucking chair.
Dude, it was like a wooden rock, like an old wooden rocking chair, and it was pretty good.
Too
I
bad your
feel
old
like-
soul is a grandmother knitting.
What?
Rocking chair? Who are you?
Yeah. Boone thinks when
ever
they
seen
say
an
old
old dude-
soul, they mean like war veteran.
Maybe it's like an old
No.
soul in a rocking
no.
chair with
No,
a
I'm-
fireplace. You know.
I say thanks because I'm genuinely old.
Our
old
other
lady though.
Nah.
our
Old's
other
old.
roommate says that Boone is like a Civil War grandpa.
He does.
When he stands up and he's like walking all crippled and shit.
Yeah, that is what you are when you walk.
I don't have a favorite chair, but I've had a thing that I wanted to try out for a long time, and it's in the fucking, I think it's like in the Google headquarters, and they have these sleeping pods.
Yeah, they have one at Altea, the gym. Like
Oh,
you
do
can,
they?
it's only for
What?
employees, so I gotta get employed
Oh,
just to
shit.
sleep.
Yeah. But it's like it's like
is
this.
this thing?
That's a fucked up gym if you
Yeah.
ever seen
It's
it.
kind of like shaped like a reclined sofa. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt might like this, but it's like it's kind of egg shaped too. So
Yeah.
it's like a mix of both
It's
of you guys,
perfect.
and it's like you pull this fucking sleeve over you, and it's dark, and you can like play music and shit, and
You
it's like
can
soundproof from the outside.
Watch the
and
inner
you can
ship.
just like if you're tired.
It's funny.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
in
where I
there.
got it from.
Yeah, that's probably where
So
you got it
I don't
from.
know if it's real, but it looks.
It is
cool.
real.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sweet.
Starbucks does not have that.
Okay.
I've never even heard of that.
It sounds cool. I want one in my room.
I'm sad about this, about my chair. This chair, when you're like all the way back, you are pretty much laying down. You would
Yeah.
agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
I-
upside down.
I have never had sex in this chair. I want to have sex in this chair so
What are you
bad.
doing, man?
I don't even own the chair anymore. It's at Sean's house, right?
Shit.
I'm thinking I'm gonna get it back at one
That's
point.
not stopping you.
No,
I
dude,
know.
Just move in.
No, but like there was an opportunity when a girl was staying at my house for a few days, and I told her, I'm like, I've always wanted to have sex in this chair,
Yeah.
and she was scared of Sean coming home. So technically, the reason why I haven't had
wasn't worthy.
sex in my favorite chair
Yeah.
is fucking Sean.
Sean, what the fuck,
You
man?
haven't had sex in that chair?
No. So it's still safe to sit in. I know.
Well,
Well, who knows?
are you the first owner of that chair?
Your dad and your mom.
There's no way.
Yeah. No. Why would you say that?
Don't.
Because it's
I'm gonna
true.
say this. It is my favorite chair. Do not put a fucking black light to it.
Okay.
I love
dear.
that chair.
Oh, God. That cup holder ain't just for cups.
There's no cup.
There's no cup holder,
Whoa,
but
even kinkier.
there are some places, some things would fit.
There's some slots.
Next question. I'm
slots.
uncomfortable.
Some leather
let's move
folds.
on from
I
there.
don't have sex with chairs.
What TV show doesn't exist but should?
I don't know.
Shit.
More. I just want more of the Almighty Johnsons.
Yeah, me too. Although
What's that?
it's the best TV show that's ever been made by human hands.
You
We're
said
what-
that about The Boys, so is it better?
No, it's second best.
It's competing.
It's competing.
It's like a strong second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a bunch of New Zealand. Like we talked about this before, of how good of a recipe just having New Zealand people in a fucking show is.
Yeah.
This entire show has nothing but New Zealand people,
Jesus.
They're
and
awesome.
it's fucking great.
It's
and
absolutely spectacular.
basically, they have the powers of Nordic gods.
That's kind of cool. What is it on?
You
It's
can get it
on
on
Amazon
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like the main guy, he gets like when they turn 21, they get like not possessed, but they get the soul of the god. And
That's really
the main
cool.
guy, who I fucking love, he's great.
Fantastic. His hands backwards and everything.
He's Odin.
Okay.
It's really cool. They have a grandpa who's like, what god is he?
He's Balder.
He's Balder, who is like, I don't know what he's a god of, but basically he like he gets reborn every day, kind of sort of thing. So he just ages really slow. So he's just like young, hunky surfer bald dude,
Nice.
but he's 93.
So he's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no, he's cooler than Vin Diesel.
He's
Fucking
and way better looking.
hilarious.
No homo, but he's way better looking.
The funniest thing, the funniest thing he said, he's like, why would you like fuck around with Loki? He's like, Loki, he's the god of tricky fuckers. I love it. It's such a good show. And like the other night, I stayed up till 5 a.m. just keep watching the same show over and over again because it's like every episode ends.
That's really sad.
Every episode ends.
No,
it's like I gotta
it's
keep
not.
watching it,
It's
man.
a phenomenal show.
You know what show I've been watching?
What's that?
Lupin. It just came out on Netflix.
Lupus.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that not French?
It is French, but they dubbed it over with English.
Isn't that like white blood cell cancer?
What?
Lupus.
Oh no, that's
It's Lupin.
this is
no,
Lupin.
Lupin is the
Okay.
guy from Harry Potter.
You're watching a
But
Harry
it's
Potter
not.
show?
It's not based off of him.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this guy is like, he gets this book from his dad called like Lupin the Gentleman Burglar or something, and then he becomes that in real life, and he's like running away from cops, and he's like stealing jewelry. It's awesome. I live for it.
It's because
Nice.
you steal jewelry, and you're like, I can relate to this.
Yeah, I can.
Nice, perfect.
Yeah, I'm really good at stealing stuff.
Okay, I don't think this show actually exists.
Okay.
So there's actually answered the
You're
question.
actually
I think.
answering
Thank God.
100 people, and they do non-stop tequila shots for an hour, and the last one before puking or passing out wins 100 grand.
That'd be
And
so.
every
good.
10 minutes, it cuts to Jim Carrey going, "Whose shot is it anyway?" And then it comes back. I would fucking watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
would
it's just
watch
some
that too.
tank of a fucking man like at minute 59, do you have anything to say to you for yourself? Don't puke. Thank you. I just want to thank my parents. And we don't have a winner this time. Thank you. Whose shot is it anyway?
It's just no one wins ever. Everyone's
watch
just
it for
I mean,
Fuck
okay,
it. Fuck it.
non-stop tequila shots for an hour. Would anybody ever win?
How nonstop is nonstop?
Have you guys watched?
Like
I hate tequila.
as close as you have a pourer, as fast as they pour it, and you take another shot.
Oh, God.
You for an
You
hour?
would die.
Yeah, for an hour. There's commercials, I guess, but are you still doing it during the commercials? I don't know.
the guy
That's
who's
that's potentially hundreds of shots.
but the guy who pouring the
Yeah.
drink, he's the host, right? It's kind of like you ever see Hot
Nobody
Ones?
would ever win without dying.
Yeah,
but it's a good show.
sound good.
No, but
High
you're-
risk, high reward.
As soon as
No,
you, as soon
it's not high risk, high
as
reward.
soon as
it's
you-
high risk, no reward.
as soon as you throw up, you die or you're out.
As soon as you throw up,
Jim Carrey shoots
You
you.
throw up or you pass out. Jim Carrey fucking takes a Glock and kills you.
Puts you down like a wounded horse.
I feel like Jim
Whose
Carrey.
shot is it anyway?
Fucking mine. way.
So my favorite show is Jim Carrey murdering 100 people for an hour.
For not being able to drink well.
There's like a
enough.
backyard part scene, and it's like
Yeah.
whoever gets dropped out of the competition, Jim Carrey just shoots him in the
Yeah.
head with a double barrel shotgun.
There's a Christmas special too.
Jesus. So you high risk, high reward, dude. The reward is survival.
I can do that without going on the show.
Jim Carrey's gonna kill you. Yeah, but if you win, you
Not
get
in my
like
fucking house, he's
what's the
not.
win?
$100,000.
$100,000.
That's a lot.
But that's
So like,
But that's not that
but
much. Like,
enough for your
to-
life.
Yeah.
And like, but listen,
I mean, the death element just got
no. I would
introduced.
probably genuinely, honest to God, bet my life for $100,000.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
Listen,
feel
I
like
would be
Boone would do
happy-
really well in the Hunger Games.
I'd be happy with either
I think so.
direction.
Okay, I'll ask this.
I
If
think-
it was drink an entire bottle of tequila straight in an hour without throwing up, and you win $100,000. If not, you die. Would you do it? You have 1 hour to complete a whole bottle of tequila
No.
without spilling a drop.
We could do
a
that.
you can't
2.6
die.
or a 40?
2.6.
Yes, I would do it.
Yeah,
We
Boone
could
could do
that.
it.
Yeah.
You think you could drink a 2.6 of tequila in an hour without throwing up?
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll
Me and
test
Boone-
it
Or passing it.
next Saturday
I
on
would-
podcast
I would-
episode 6.
I would probably throw up and then black out, but
dude.
after the hour.
Boom.
Okay, so in episode 6, Boone's gonna drink a 2.6 of tequila.
Yeah.
If he does it without throwing up, I'll give him $10.
And if he doesn't do
I
it,
will
we'll
also
kill
give him
This
$10.
original bet was $100,000.
I don't have
$10
$100,000.
is not going to cut it.
I'll
I'm
give
not.
you $10, and if you can't do it, I'm gonna kill you.
And you don't have. And
Actually,
you have no choice.
I'll
spend
call
90,000.
serial killer Jim Carrey to get it done. I don't want to kill anybody. I like Boone, so Jim Carrey will kill Boone.
I
if he
think
can't
me
do
and Boone could win this show because a few years ago, you definitely remember this. We done the milk challenge,
Gross.
and we all know that tequila isn't much stronger than chocolate milk.
Absolutely
Same.
true. And a 2.6 is nowhere close to a gallon.
We could definitely, like, to embarrass ourselves, we could make that video public.
Or alternatively, we can.
Oh no, I
not
think
do
I
that.
deleted it because I was
Thank
so
God.
embarrassed. by it.
Christ.
But-
No one wants to watch
When,
that.
when we were about 15, we were like, oh, we're just gonna record. We were bored. We're like, we weren't friends for that long. I'd say for only like 6 months or so.
Yeah,
No,
well, that was during the summer, right?
yeah.
So
I remember we went on a run.
going on a year,
Yeah.
9 months.
We went on a run and we were like,
Some
hey,
number
like,
of months.
we got nothing else to do today.
Yeah.
Let's do the gallon of milk challenge, which is like drink a gallon of milk in an hour,
Yeah.
and if you like finish the gallon of milk, you win. But we made the dumb decision to try it with chocolate milk, which is naturally kind of more
Thick.
solid. Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's-
thicker than regular milk,
Thick.
but it tasted good.
Don't make that face at your mic.
And we
I don't
recorded
like
it.
that.
I remember fucking setting on my phone on a
Yeah.
fucking snow shovel because that's what I use as a tripod.
Yeah.
And my phone would only, my Sony Xperia J or whatever it was, shitty phone, can only record 15 minutes at a time. So I had to like pause it, or I had to like restart it every time. And I put up one part of 4 parts.
4 parts?
Yeah.
It's
60
It was
minutes?
a full hour,
It's
yeah.
a full hour. We videoed the whole thing.
Do you remember we were listening to like dubstep throughout it too?
Why did it
Yeah.
take so long?
Because
it's-
Skull Club song that you
Uh,
introduced to me.
that's a good
Yeah,
song. Forgot
yeah,
about
dude.
that.
We
Did
could
you-
listen
did
to
You
you
it.
know what's a
boys
good
throw up?
song?
No,
I was getting close. Yeah, we didn't win.
Oh.
we didn't quite get it down. No.
No, no,
Not
not Sandstorm.
Such a good song.
Okay, so if you're listening, if you want to see Boone chug a bottle of tequila,
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna chug a bottle of tequila.
Smash that
I'm
like.
not saying like
smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe.
I might be convinced to drink a bottle of tequila over the course of a podcast.
I think
I
Boone
feel
would-
like that would be so good.
Boone doesn't like if you give Boone a free bottle of tequila, he's gonna drink it.
I mean, he.
Yeah, I mean, normally I wouldn't drink it in an hour though. I drink it like in a weekend.
Yeah. But now it's in an
Time
hour.
to step it up a notch.
Now it's in an hour, and I'm gonna black out.
Yeah. I don't know if we should do this. This might be
I
unhealthy.
I think it's gonna be unhealthy, and we should do it.
Me and Boone shared a fucking nice bottle of whiskey in. I'd say we got it down in 45 minutes from opening to completely dry.
If not faster.
But I'd say you
That
had more
motherfucker
than
went
me.
down
But
quick.
Boone fucking he was just out for the count
Out
on the
of it?
bathroom floor
Jeez.
in the old place.
Oh, God.
The only thing I had to say to resurrect him was like, "Hey, you want to get Dawn's?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm down to walk there right now.
That is
pissed drunk.
Yep.
Let's do it."
That's the
I don't
resurrection.
even think the sun was down at that point.
I don't think it was. No,
To be fair, it was the middle of the summer.
because we were
So
talking.
it was only like, I mean, it was like 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking to my
But-
family that are like in Ireland, so they're 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So we had to like be a little bit early because they were already in like 2 a.m. So
Yeah.
Oh,
good times.
nice.
Okay.
I'll drop in here.
Yeah.
This is super quick. I'm not you guys. I can't drink whiskey straight.
No.
So I'm like 17 at the time, and this girl sends me a video of her chugging like a Mike's Hard. I don't think White Claws existed then, so
No.
probably a
It
girl's
was
drink
a
like
Mike's
that,
Hard.
Yeah.
right?
Rude. White Claws are the best.
Maybe a Twisted
But they
Tea.
just didn't exist yet. I think it was Mike's Hard though, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, she's so hot. I gotta send her a video of me chugging something cool, right? So I chugged like a shot and a half, maybe 2 shots of Crown Royal, right? I swallowed it and sent this video, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I look cool. I'm 17. I'm like, I look cool. Immediately, I feel it coming. I run. I'm at Sean's apartment. I run to the bathroom and I puke Mexican food into his sink, right?
Oh,
I couldn't get any more alcohol down. I had like 2 drinks. We went into the club. One of the worst nights of my entire life. And I'm like, why did I think that would be cool? She probably didn't even think it was cool.
I was like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
I've actually never met this girl. I was trying to meet up with her at the time, and
Yeah.
I've still never met her. So she ruined my fucking night. I ruined my own
You
night.
ruined your night.
You're like, the whiskey will do it.
Because I'm 17 and I think I can chug Crown Royal. I still can't drink Crown Royal straight. I don't like it. I don't
Crown
like drinking
Royal is-
I
whiskey
don't like
straight.
it.
Crown
Hey,
Royal
man.
to me isn't a good place to start. Crown Royal is not to
Yeah,
me.
no, that's
it's not good whiskey.
that's that Canadian rye. It burns.
It burns. It's not something I enjoy. I understand why people do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like it.
There's whiskeys that I enjoy way better. I'm a Jameson fan.
I came into this podcast
Yeah, I wonder
a
the
boy.
fuck why.
I'm gonna come out a man. I'm gonna drink whiskey with these men.
I'm a man now.
You know what's interesting that I just realized about this White Claw?
What?
Is that it points this way. So then you show the label.
That's probably
On
steak.
purpose. No, on purpose.
I don't think they do.
No, because I definitely cover the label on this.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
pretty
don't...
sure. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they just when they wrap cans, they just wrap them however,
Yeah.
and it winds up
'Cause they all
oriented.
Take
spin-
another one
They
out.
all spin around
Let's
on all
see.
over the
Fridge
place.
guy!
No, it's not a
Fridge guy, get me a
Fridge guy.
beer.
See?
Fridge guy, can
Oh,
I get a beer?
shit.
You know
They're
what,
all
fridge
the
guy?
same.
While you're at it, can you sauce me one too?
Fridge guy, double fridge guy. Fridge guy.
This will never end.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah, but I'm not
There you go.
asking for anything.
This fridge guy will never end.
But
Okay,
did you see that they're all like that?
Yeah, that's kind of
let's
weird.
drop into the next question.
Oh, yeah,
That was
sorry.
good.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Maybe I'll save this one for a different time. Just cause.
Why?
What animal would be the most annoying if they could talk? Evan is my answer. Next.
I can talk.
What? Sorry, I
can't-
didn't hear you. Are you speaking?
Do I just like? Do you guys just hear like?
This is what I hear.
Meows?
Honestly, Irish, Irish. Boone, I hear a bit more because Boone has interesting
I
facts.
sound like an Undertale character.
Worse than an Undertale.
Oh
character.
Okay,
Jesus!
I
Undertale.
think. Can rodents be allowed or no?
Yeah, rodents are
I
allowed.
think a mouse, because mice are often live in your house, in your walls, right?
Yeah.
So imagine instead of like hearing the scurrying in your walls, they're just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm running around your house, fuck you. Yeah.
He's like, we're behind the wall. He's
Well,
like,
what do you
you little bitch! I'm gonna eat your ass. I'm gonna crawl into your booty hole while you sleep.
You can't chug whiskey, you little bitch.
We've seen you through the little hole in
And
the
I'm
wall.
just under my blanket.
Any insect would be weird because they just be like super loud, like ants in an anthill. It'd be like
Oh yeah, they'd be.
a club, but worse.
All the time.
I think ants would sing as they're climbing out of their mountain. Come to
Yeah.
fuck you.
No,
We
yeah.
are all
I feel like
ants.
ants are like the fucking 7 dwarves, and you just want to fucking kill all of them.
They just sing hi ho the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, shut up, you stupid little fucks! Why are you
What is
so
with you and
strong?
The dwarves.
Yeah.
You bring up dwarves a lot.
Yeah, you gotta.
This is the word podcast. What animal would I fucking hate to talk?
Tortoises.
Yeah.
They probably talk slow as shit and never get to the point.
Yeah.
No, dude, they're wise as shit.
No, they're not.
They're so old.
reptiles.
You never see fucking Nemo?
Or Kung Fu Panda.
Sticking it to the jellies.
That wasn't a tortoise, dude.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was a turtle.
A tortoise is like, you look
Shitty.
kinda gay. Hey, fuck you. Fuck you.
Dude, I
Exactly.
talked to
They're
a
slow
tortoise.
and
I feel like-
annoying.
Yeah.
No,
and
I
they
feel
never
like
get
they
to the
got,
point.
I feel like they got surfer vibes still. Too.
Yeah, turtles surfer.
They're
vibes.
too goddamn slow to have any kind of vibe.
I mean, it's kind of like that. What is that movie, Zootopia or whatever, where
Bang.
it's like they go to the
Tremendous
sloths
movie.
and the
Yeah.
sloths are like, "Hi,
I've heard of a lot of people who wanted to fuck that rabbit. The rabbit cop.
okay."
It's a thing, man. There's like furries that want to fuck a fucking that like animated rabbit cop.
Do you want to fuck the animated rabbit?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Evan heard
No.
some guys at work talking about the Playboy bunnies, and he's like, "Yeah, the rabbit from Zootopia."
They're
I
like, "Yeah,
show
know
him
what you-
into the fucking rabbits.
Her and
Oh,
Jessica
Playboy, I
Rabbit.
know what you guys mean. That one movie.
You know, what'd be cool animal if it could talk? Lion.
Elephants. Would be cool
Yeah,
to
elephants
talk.
would be cool.
See,
Yeah.
elephants would be wise.
Yeah.
Tortoises would be fucking stupid.
I wouldn't like.
the reptiles.
I love my dog a lot, but he's
Let's go.
he's great, but he's very hyper.
I
And
would love.
I love him to bits, but he would never shut the fuck
He
up.
would be the best.
He would never shut up.
I think me and him would get along great.
No, he
He
would
would
never
overpower
shut up. I love him. I love the ability that he can't talk, because now I can love him. And if he could talk, I'd be like, "You are the worst. Shut up, man." It'd be like fucking a coworker.
If you got the opportunity to have a 10-minute conversation with Keanu or Arby, what would you pick and why?
Arby for sure.
Keanu for sure.
Arby is my cat.
Yeah, Boone. Boone's really struggling. Neither one of these are his cats, but
okay.
they're so in his life.
I feel like Boone would choose Arby though,
Yeah,
Arby is
probably
definitely
would.
and
the
be like,
smarter-
"Why do you keep sitting on my nuts?"
That's a question I have to ask Arby himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arby has, for anybody listening, Arby has this weird thing where he, anytime I'm reclining, lying down, whatever, he'll come and like step on my nuts, and Keanu doesn't do it, and Arby doesn't do it to anybody but me. I don't know what his fucking deal is.
Arby loves Boone's balls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he doesn't only step on them. Doesn't he need them? Like
Yeah.
Like he fucking like he's
Like
he's
dough.
I call it
That's not good.
it making cookies.
Yeah.
I'm sure cat owners know what I'm talking about. They like push their paws into something soft to get comfortable. He does that to Boone's balls.
Super uncomfortable.
Not popular, but do you eat Arby's? Is that why? Has Arby seen you eating the Arby's and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna knee you in the ball."
He's
Just
actually
claws
trying to
his
hurt you.
balls. Yeah.
I honestly don't think I've ever eaten Arby's in my life. Not one time.
No,
Okay.
me neither.
Okay, so Arby's
the
my
song.
cat. I've had him for like 6 years, maybe 5-6 years. I love him. I love him to bits. He's my
I like him
favorite
too.
animal. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he moves on.
That's
I
not
have
for a very long time. We
yeah,
don't talk
I
about
love
that.
I love him a lot. I have a lot of questions for him. I would love to be able to talk to him, but
If you could only ask him one question, what it would be?
I'd be like, "Dude, I'm sorry." I'll just say sorry to him. I'd be like, "I'm sorry for what you've seen."
That's not a question, Evan.
Yeah, that's all I want.
That's just.
I,
Well, you can do that now, and he just won't respond.
yeah, but I need him to respond.
Question is, why do you like to knead Boone's nuts?
Yeah, that's the question we need to ask.
What the fuck is the deal there?
Maybe he's-
maybe
has a
Evan
crush.
already knows.
I'd like to know what his anger
Keeping it
issue
from-
is.
What?
I'd like to know what his anger issue is, because he can be the sweetest.
I would love
cat
to know
ever.
what your anger issue is.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Carly has this theory that cat or like pets tend to follow.
It's not a theory.
It's fact.
It's fact.
Cats tend to follow the personality
All
of the
pets
owners.
follow the personality. They turn into the personality of their owner. It's true. My dog is my mom.
And
So like Arby
Yeah.
could, Arby
Keanu
can be like
is
really compassionate and like friendly and nice.
Yeah.
Um,
And a good friend,
And a
and then
good friend.
also
He could-
slap you in the face when they're drunk or high for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah, and
other than you're just
or like,
sitting next to them.
which is like relatable to me, stabbing the fucking.
Oh, I was talking about you. I wasn't talking about the cat.
One time I was really drunk and I just like we had a knife to cut limes to put in our Corona and
Don't-
we were playing beer pong, and I stabbed the beer pong table.
You
with the-
tell this story all the time because you want it to be a story.
It's a story, dude.
Because he,
It's- okay.
before he stabbed the table, he was like, this is going to be funny story.
Yeah.
Stabs the table.
Stab
It
the
wasn't
table,
a funny story. No
and
one is laughing.
That's it.
It's also, the other thing he said was, it's going to be a conversation piece. Not a conversation
not.
piece. It's a shitty plastic table with a hole in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, "Why is there a hole in your table?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I stabbed it," and that's it. That's the story. That's the conversation.
Matt, it's not funny.
It's so funny that Evan thinks that's like the first thing somebody's gonna notice when they walk in. Like Evan's,
They go into my shed where the table is, and they're like, "Why the fuck is there a hole in this thing? I need to know about
Honestly, even if we're playing beer pong, it's one hole in an already shitty table.
Have you guys been to like any really cool houses for like house parties? Like
this." No,
one of the
I
first.
honestly haven't been to a lot of house parties.
me neither.
hold on, I'm gonna jump in here. In high school, I once went to a party, and it was actually on a pirate ship.
What?
What?
Their dad had built a full-scale pirate ship.
Is it on like here?
Why?
In Winnipeg?
Portage.
Oh,
Like in his
imported.
backyard?
Yes, in the country. I climbed up to the very top lookout and made out with a girl.
Nice.
And it was like, this is a good fucking party.
That's so
That
awesome,
is
dude. Are
spectacular.
you kidding?
That was the best house party
That's
I've ever been
fucking
to.
nuclear.
A
What?
pirate ship.
Yeah, that I can't beat that. I don't want to go out.
Who? Like this is a weird thing with Matt.
What?
Who else do you come across?
Yeah.
That says they've partied and made out with a top, like, other than a fucking pirate that aren't around anymore.
Who the
You
fuck
made
is
out with
made
a
out
girl
in the
on a top
crow's
lookout
nest?
in a fucking pirate ship, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not realize how weird your life is and how strange things happen to you?
I do. I do. And then further down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why Matt's Stories is a segment on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. This is quick. This isn't even in my list of stories to tell. I go back down. Her ex-boyfriend's there. I'm holding her hand, and he's like, "You back the fuck off." He like karate chopped our hands, and I was like, "Okay, I didn't know," right?
Yeah.
Walked away. Sean comes finds me. Like, this is like one of the first parties in high school Sean ever went to.
Sean,
Okay.
you went to a pirate ship and you didn't tell me?
And I was off talking to somebody else. Sean comes and finds me, and he's like, "Dude, I just saw a fucking native dude go. Where the fuck is the guy in the blue jacket?" And I look down. I'm wearing a blue jacket. And I was like, "Sean, we need to get the fuck out of here." And he's like, "I agree. That's why I'm here to tell you." And we left.
Damn, dude. You're an actual pirate.
I
People
know.
coming after you.
I know.
Like,
Jack Sparrow.
You know, I don't know why. I had
You
the
had
booty.
You stole another pirate's booty.
I
No.
did.
No doubt.
Do we want to? I think we're at a good time to start your story there.
Yeah, do you want to hop in?
All right.
Speaking of your segment,
Let's
Bust it
jump right into Matt's stories.
Oh, a little backup. We mentioned this before when Matt was on last. This is the closet story that me and Boone don't know about.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yes,
We haven't heard this yet.
I left this title to fester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wondering,
Matt
man.
in the closet.
We've been percolating on it.
The fuck is going on here? Okay,
I've heard it before.
It's been percolating.
It's my favorite.
It's about a month before the story starts. Okay,
All right.
Yeah, very
Let's
important.
get it.
and I'm at a volleyball tournament. At the end of the day, a girl who was at the school came up to my entire team and said, "Anybody who wants, write their Snapchat down, and I'm gonna take it and give it to my friends too."
Okay.
And I'm like, this is a golden opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I write my Snapchat down. One of my buddies, who is really sticking the ass, looks at me and he's like, "Matthew, that is not what we do."
Absolutely, it's what we do.
And
What
I'm
do you
like,
mean?
fuck,
This is
shut up,
not
dude.
and I'm
what
like,
you do.
this is exactly what you do.
Yeah. I'm not using this opportunity.
So I don't know how many I got, 3, 4 maybe ads, right?
Yeah.
And one girl and I really start hitting it off. We're talking all the time. 2 weeks in, things get sexual.
Okay.
We start sexting. I'm 16. I'm a virgin. I'm like,
Okay.
this
Oh,
is
damn.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And this tournament was 2 hours away.
Right.
That's where she lived, in this town that was 2 hours away from home.
Okay.
So and not near Winnipeg. So I'm like, there's no way I can ever get a ride out here.
Was
Yeah.
it like Nipawa?
Further.
Oy.
Further than Nipawa,
Swan
not
River.
yet Dauphin.
Whoa. I was
Okay.
actually close with Swan River.
That's a jaunt.
This is a hike, okay?
All right.
But this girl is hot, and she's sending me nudes, and I'm into it.
You're 16 and you're like, this is definitely worth
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I wanna come see you. And she's like, if you come see me, you can get the real thing.
Oh shit.
And
Damn.
throw back to yourself being a virgin. You're like, oh, this is everything I've ever dreamed of, right? I don't have my driver's license yet, okay? The appointment is coming up.
Oh shit.
And I'm getting nervous. I'm like, this is not your driver's license. This is your virginity. You're taking this test for, okay? The date comes. Huge storm.
No.
Test canceled.
No way.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They moved me back 2 days. 2 days later, storm's overthrown. It's the roads are still shit. And my mom comes and tells me, she's like, the MPI is leaving it up to you. You can take the test or you can move on and wait. And I'm like, I need to take this test. And she's like, do you really care that much about your license? Like, you might fail. And I'm like, I can't say anything to my mom, and I'm 16, but I'm like, Mom, this isn't a driver's license. This is my virginity we're talking about. I need to pass this test, okay?
Yeah.
First turn comes. Everything's fine. Second turn, okay? We're coming up to the third turn. A truck slams his brakes on. I slam my brakes. I'm sliding on the ice. I'm about to hit this truck, okay?
No
I'm
way.
like, please stop. It was an inch. An inch.
Oh, Mom.
And right away he says, if you would have hit that truck, we'd be done and I'd be driving this car back. And I'm like, but we're not. We're not done. And I'm finishing this thing.
Because like you reacted well to that, right?
And I passed! Yes! I got my driver's license!
He was probably like, okay,
Clutch.
that guy didn't crash into it. Yeah.
And he's like, congratulations, kid, you got your license. And I'm like, I'm about to lose my virginity! I'm so excited!
You just like hugged the fucking driver instructor.
Thank you, Fred!
Shout out to Fred.
A week comes around.
Love you, Fred.
Now's the first opportunity. She says her parents are going shopping. She lives in a small town. He's like, my parents are going shopping in Nipawa tonight. Now's the time. And I'm like, you studied for this. You passed your driver's test for this.
Your balls are washed.
This is it. Let's go. After school, I drive 2 hours.
Dude.
I just got my license. I was so afraid to take my eyes off the road. I'd like reach to grab my water bottle, and it was like, you know how now you just like look and grab it, right?
Yeah.
I'm like looking around for it, trying to find it, because I do not want to take my eyes off the road, okay?
Yeah, right.
I'm almost there. 15 minutes away. I fall asleep. Drive off the road into the gravel, right? In winter.
No.
Yeah.
And I wake up. I save it. I pull back onto the road.
Oh my god.
I pull over. I'm like,
You almost
keep
died.
it together. Rolled the window down. I'm like, you're not fucking blinking until you get laid. I pull into town. I text the girl, I'm here. I don't know what her address was, right? No answer for 10 minutes. I'm like,
Oh no.
did she just screw me? Did I drive 2 hours for nothing? She finally lets me on. She's like, okay, my parents just left. Now's the time to come over. I'm like,
All right.
deep breaths. You did it. You made it. Now it's time to perform. I get to her house. She gets in the car. And I'm like, what are we doing? I thought we were going to your house. And she's like, we got to take your car around the block because if my parents come home, your car can't be here.
Right.
Fair enough. We go around the block. It's cold. We walk back, okay?
Yeah.
And a girl that has literally seen me come, like in a video, and we don't even have anything to talk about. We're just standing there. I'm like,
Oh, no.
weather's kind of shitty, hey? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, we get to her house. I'm like, can I use the bathroom? She's like, sure. I just took a 2-hour road trip. Take a piss. Water on the face.
You got this.
You got this. I come in the room. She's on her phone. I'm like, put that phone down. We start making out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to happen, okay?
Yeah.
The clothes come off. Stuff's going down.
Okay.
I hope everybody knows what I'm saying here. I was in the kiddie pool, but not the deep end.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Alright,
saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Dogs start barking. Garage door opens.
No.
She's
dude.
like, my parents are home.
How long has this been?
I don't know. It was... Her parents did not go to fucking Nipawa.
Damn.
Because it
dude.
wasn't as long as we thought we had.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to go out the window. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I can't open it though. Like, I tried. You need to try. And I yank on this thing. I'm like, this thing's not opening. Like, I need to
Yeah.
go out the front door.
Yeah.
She's like, my parents are here. You can't go out the front door. She hears her parents walking downstairs. She's like, get in the closet.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm in the closet. Fully clothed, a winter jacket on, right? and all I have is my ears, because this is a closed door, no shutters, right? I can't see anything. I'm in the pitch dark, fully clothed for winter,
No, dude.
and I am scared.
I bet you were fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like you were fucking boiling.
And her mom's in the room right away.
Damn,
And she's
dude.
like, what'd you do while we were gone? And she's like, oh, I went for a walk.
Yeah.
And she's like, so you went for a walk, came home, and cleaned your room? Really? With your parents being gone? She's like, I'm like, how good can she lie? And she's like, yeah. And her mom's like, really? I bet you put everything in the closet. And opens up the door.
No way!
And her mom is not phased at all. She just looks at me like she knew I was there. And she went, aha. And
How did she know?
how'd she know? And I just looked at her. I raised my right hand. And I went, hi. I took one step around her. And I bolt. I'm running up the stairs. I got my fist drawn. I'm like, is her dad about to beat the shit out of me? I don't know, right? I can't see her dad. I turn the deadbolt. I try to open the door. I find out I just locked the door.
No way.
I undo the deadbolt. I open up the door. I fucking sprint out of the house, okay? I get in my car. I drive as fast as I can back to the highway. And I swear someone was following me. Because there was a car right behind me all the way to the highway.
Shit.
Her dad was running me out of town. Get the fuck away from my daughter,
Jesus,
motherfucker.
man.
20 minutes later, she texts me. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like,
man.
and I'm like, you couldn't have known. You couldn't have known.
That's just an L all around.
And I've never seen her since.
You gotta hit her up, man. You're like, hey, I'm the closet guy.
Oh, this is when it really gets good, okay? I always thought
It's never done.
Wait, I thought this was ending.
I
should know
always
that.
thought that my stories were funny to my friends, and that was it.
Right.
And 2.5 years later, I'm hitting up this girl from the same town, and I'm just like, hey, where are you from? She says the small town, right?
Okay.
I'm like, huh, I wonder if you know your friend, and say her name. And she's like, oh, I know you, closet boy. And
No way.
I'm like,
2.5 years
I'm
later.
like, what the fuck? And she's like, that's everybody's favorite story from our small town. And I'm like, I'm a celebrity.
What? You should go back.
Dude, you gotta go back. They might have a statue.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Of like you in a closet.
me
like,
opening up the closet door.
Hi.
So yeah, I did not lose my virginity
Damn,
that
dude.
night.
That's what?
Damn.
Am I still a virgin? Stay tuned.
Next story.
But yeah, that's Matt in the closet.
What?
That-
You're like a celebrity in that fucking.
That's a fucking
You gotta.
beauty,
We
dude.
gotta go back there, man.
Got to take a road trip out.
Yeah. I'm like, talk
Does
to her.
anybody know my name?
You just wave like the queen in the car. You're like, hi, yes, closet boy.
See, like, how does that happen to people? You
It
know,
happens
like
to Matt.
It
like,
doesn't happen to people. It happens to just Matt.
It's
Yeah.
just Matt.
I do
And
like
motherfuckers in movies.
Yeah.
the story that really started was my 15th birthday that I'll tell another time. I really believe that's what took me on the course of being fucked up.
Not fucked up. Being
Like-
the main character of the movie.
Yeah,
that
being
was the
the
age.
but like that was when that's when movie 1 starts.
Yeah.
Is my 15th birthday.
Yeah.
But this was the real story that when I told my friends, they're like, how is your life a movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Like,
why I
what
always
the
come
fuck?
up with that. That was the real first story that someone's like, you are on a conquest to have this fucked up life.
And there's
It's
so
awesome,
dude,
though.
the fucking universe was like, let's fucking play with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give him some experiences.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Boone has something to say.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Matt, after the first time he was on, he sent me a fucking document from his fucking like phone notes.
Yeah.
He has so many. This guy,
Man.
what age? You're 21.
I'm 20.
You're 20 years
20.
old.
This
I know,
man
we
just
have
like
not lived.
busted
we
out
did
a
not.
list of what was it, like 10 or 12 stories just off the top of his head over the course of a couple of minutes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got names for
This
all of these
is, like,
stories.
I'm so glad
We-
we came up with this segment.
Evan and I, anyway, have no idea what any of these stories are.
This
Yes.
is like
No.
the 5th time we met Matt. 4th?
Fourth.
I've met
Fourth.
Evan 5 times. I've met Boone 4 times.
Yeah.
Fourth for me.
And we're learning so much.
Funniest little story. I was helping Sean move out of his apartment. I roll up to Sean's place.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Evan's standing outside. Never met Evan before.
yeah, dude.
And all I saw was Evan and a case of beer on the ground.
Yeah.
And I figured he was like about to go party or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, you need let inside?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah man, just waiting for somebody.
Yeah.
And I open up my apartment and go upstairs. And like 10 minutes later, Sean, Carly, and Evan roll up, and me and him both look at each other. Hey! And Sean's like, you guys know each other? And we're like, we just met.
So I was like, Matt went up to the same apartment that I was going to go up to, but I didn't know him.
Who would have known we'd be doing a podcast together when
Right?
we moved
Eh?
Sean out?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
What are the chances?
Yeah,
Life's weird,
crazy
man.
to think how much has changed
Yeah.
since we met.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
it's very strange. What? You had something to say.
I'm gonna piss like a racehorse.
It's not just
Oh
me,
my
but I don't have to
God.
this time.
Okay, you just fucking go.
Podcast is not gonna stop this time. I'm not saying much
God,
anyway.
fuck.
So, Matt Stories will be back.
Yeah.
yes,
I'm excited to tell the story of how I got raped.
yeah.
Okay, I don't
that
know.
one we do know about.
That one.
Great story. We heard about it. And Sean, who's heard this story a couple times, was like, you've never told it like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you always told it as something
So funny.
that was like a good like not a good thing that happened to you, but something that you were in control of. And this is the time you told us you were like,
Wow.
buddy, are you okay?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Evan, like, was ready to take me to counseling that night. Evan was the first one to really understand that I was the victim.
Yeah, you were the victim of like sexual assault minimum sexual assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope you're okay.
I am okay. Viewers, I'm okay.
So
Can't wait for you to hear
yeah,
the story.
That's the motive for you to come back and listen to it, because it is a really good story, and I can't wait for you to hear it again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Dude, I don't know how you experience so much. Like, there's people in their 70s that haven't experienced what you've experienced.
You've lived a pretty solid life for 20 years.
I've really thought it through since the last time when Carly asked me, how is it like this?
Mm.
And I gave the very broad answer is my life's a movie.
Yeah.
But I think the deeper answer is you need to say yes to absolutely everything in order
Yeah.
to get stories.
You're like,
Yeah.
dude,
'Cause
that
you-
comes back to Jim Carrey. Did you ever watch that movie, Yes Man? Maybe you're that guy.
Maybe I'm the yes man.
Maybe you're Jim Carrey.
I don't know. But like
the serial killer.
I do things that I don't know if it's always in my best personal safety
No.
Yeah.
or if it's the right answer.
No.
But you're just like, yeah.
This is how you get the stories though.
That's how you live the life.
Like, I have more content to produce.
You gotta throw
Yes.
yourself out there. You gotta drive 2 hours in order to not have sex.
Dude, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Me losing my virginity sucked. It wasn't even close to that. Like, it's not even a story. It was like 30 seconds of pain. And I was like, that wasn't good at all.
Mine was
I
2
did-
hours of
dude.
pain and I didn't even get laid.
I didn't know how fucking condoms worked. Yeah, not good.
30 seconds, eh?
I didn't like. I didn't like nut. It just was like, okay, that's enough, because that hurt too much. So
It hurt you.
What were you doing?
having bad sex.
Evan hadn't quite taken grade 9 anatomy. He didn't know what hole
Yeah.
he was going into.
Yeah. Like, why does this one have teeth? Just completely unaware of the female biology. I still am.
Ooh, that reminds me of another story I'll tell another time. The story of Piranha.
What? Oh. I'm ready.
Another time I'm here.
Okay, sweet. Matt
Thank
has
you.
questions.
Yeah.
Thank you. For
I've got
sharing your story.
questions.
Matt has questions that he
Matt wanted
ask.
to bring his own questions.
Yes, I prepared. I want to know, does everyone have an inner monologue?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. I have a voice.
Have you guys ever come across someone that, because they have a mind, or they have like a voice in their head or whatever, like we all do. Maybe you guys do this, but when you're thinking of yourself, you describe yourself as we, because I've heard this before.
No, that's
And,
just
like,
you
they-
being-
That's a like.
They consider their physical voice and
Yeah.
the voice in their head as two different people.
Yeah.
What?
Do people not do that?
That's fucking weird.
I
just
barely
weird.
have an inner monologue at all. Like,
Well, you don't see anything in your head either.
Yeah.
Like, let's do an exercise.
We need to
Everyone
talk
close
about
their
this.
eyes. Close their eyes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
No, wait.
Picture. Shh.
This was a
Close
good...
your eyes.
I got
Close
it.
your eyes. You're not.
Okay,
Everyone's eyes
okay,
are closed.
I
Okay.
got it.
Close your eyes. Picture a meadow. Does everyone see a meadow?
I don't know what a meadow is.
Okay, fine. Picture a deer.
I don't know what a deer is. Okay.
Do you
Hello,
see
my
a deer?
dear.
Yeah. Okay, I can picture
Boone,
it.
do you see a deer?
do I see a deer? No. I know what a deer is, though.
Am I looking at an
Okay.
animal or am I a lady? Hello,
So-
my dear.
We need to explain. There's this thing that we came across last year. I think I got it from Instagram.
Yeah.
And it was a girl explaining this thing called aphantasia. And it's basically the ability to produce images in your mind.
Yeah.
An imagination.
Yeah.
It's like to have an imagination, to be able to think of an image
Yeah.
and be able to produce it in your mind.
Like,
and like
when you read a book and you can like picture the book in your
Yeah.
head, and then it turns into a movie on the screen. That's my thing.
yeah, you were like you got really high end of it, which is awesome.
Yeah. No, I have
I'm
a
like
bad-
I'd say I'm like out of a scale of 10, I'm probably about 8. I can picture stuff really well.
Yeah.
And I use
Where am
it.
I on the scale?
I'd say you're like a 10.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like an 80.
Nice.
Yeah.
Basically,
Boone's
it's like
a negative 80.
the scale.
I'm a flat 0.
The scale is like what you can't like. This 0 is you can't imagine anything. You can't picture
Yeah.
something in your brain. It doesn't. And like, it's not. I don't see it, but I can picture exactly what it looks like.
I
and
can see it.
what the girl described was like picture an apple. And he's like, if that's a 2D image, blah blah blah, that means you're like lower on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could picture a 3D apple.
A
With, like,
treaty.
like
My
a
apple-
little
A treaty apple.
3D apple.
Give me back my land.
With like the fucking like the little spots on it and the shimmer and the stem
Does it
and a
spin
leaf.
for you guys when you picture it?
I can
Like,
spin it. Yeah,
spins,
mine spins.
and it like the sun hits it and it like shiny glares.
Who's
Oh,
like, the fuck? I
Christ.
don't even
now-
see that when I
yeah.
walk around an apple.
So now picture like a moonlight shining on the apple.
Yeah,
you can
right?
picture that. I can
I can
picture
picture it.
exactly what that looked like.
While
Now,
it's spinning
I-
and like the lines on the apple.
Why can you see fake shit better than I can see real shit?
I can't.
What
see
are
Boone
you
needs
talking about?
glasses.
It's not okay. It's not an.
I need
It's
brain
not
glasses.
like an image. Like it's not a clear cut image in front of your eyes. I don't know if you like. You obviously don't have any experience with this.
Right.
It's not a clear cut image in front of your eyes like
No.
we're looking at this. It's just you know exactly what it is. Like
Yeah.
you can picture and you can like.
Like
It's not
Keanu.
like you're- like,
you
I
know what
still
Keanu
see-
looks like?
Yeah.
Can you picture him right now?
No, but I could describe him to you.
Like I still see
If you
darkness
close your eyes, can you see Keanu if you think of Keanu?
No.
and picture what he looks like.
I'm not going to close my eyes because this isn't new to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
this is
so yeah,
true.
Boone basically.
I already
can't-
know that I can't.
Yeah.
Boone can't produce images
No.
in his mind.
No.
Now, do
At all.
you tell stories in your head to fill time?
Yeah.
Like Boone reads a lot of books. I'm like, what is the fucking point of reading a book if you can't picture the scene?
You don't have to.
I don't know what the point of reading a book is if it doesn't become a
Then it's
movie while
just
you read
shitty
it.
words on a page, man. The good thing about books is that, like
They
you
suck you in, man.
No, you imagine the scenery, you imagine what they're saying.
Stop
like
doing that to the
fuck it,
table.
fucking Lord of the Rings or whatever. You're reading it, you can actually like, picture the characters. You
You've
make up
never
your own
read Lord of the
universe.
Rings.
Yeah, I haven't because it's shit.
You can
Um,
barely read.
I
Yeah,
can
it's
read.
true.
I just choose not to because it's boring. And it's for
Okay, I'll give a quick
cucks.
example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sean and I used to be paper delivery boys way back in the day.
Okay.
Okay, and while we were on it to fill time, we'd run stories in our mind.
Yeah.
Because it's boring to just go drop papers in people's mailboxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the almost always one that comes back is you beating people up. Like 3.
Yeah.
3 guys jump you,
Yeah.
and you fucking kill them.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of them, right?
I've
Yeah.
thought about that before.
But like, do these stories run in your mind when you're bored? If you're bored at work and there's nothing going on,
Yeah.
do you run scenarios going on in your mind, stories, and you're always the hero, you know?
I mean, when I was like 13,
Dude.
I like made stories
Not so
about the
much
guy
anymore,
I
but
liked,
yeah.
and he liked me too.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
That stuff.
definitely. I remember when I was growing up here, like when I moved to Canada first, I was really big into EDM. I fucking loved it. I don't know why, but there was this one dubstep playlist that I found on YouTube, and it was literally just an hour of songs, but there were different songs. There was actually like 3-minute songs in it,
Sandstorm?
but it was just no. It was
Sandstorm.
just an hour of like songs back to back, and the fucking playlist picture, like the video in the background, was this like huge metallic dude that had like red in between the metal plates, and he was like huge and massive, and he had this crazy face, and he looked like a superhero sort of thing, but like
Yeah.
a villain. And then from there, I pictured myself as him,
Oh god.
like beating the fuck out of like bad guys in the back alley as this big metal dude. And it was like
All right.
that made me who I am. And I'm
That made you who you are.
I'm very sad that you haven't gone through that big metallic fight
I'm
scene.
not.
Yeah, no one's sad.
I don't.
I can definitely putch up like find that and find the image of like
Oh my God.
who he is.
Don't worry.
I can put it on the screen.
Okay, let's move on
That's
to Matt's
amazing.
next question.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is your biggest flex?
I pulled a semi truck once
That is
with
pretty
my
good.
body.
I think
That's cool.
Thank you.
the only thing I have going for me, and I wouldn't have going for me
I have nothing.
if I was still at home. I think the only thing that like grabs people in here is that I'm Irish.
Yeah, that's the only reason why
I think
we're
that's the
friends.
only thing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, if I wasn't Irish, I wouldn't be able to grasp enough attention from people for them to
If
be
you
like,
weren't
this guy's
Irish,
worth
I would have
attention.
kept being friends with it.
So yeah, I think to me here the flex is being from a different country.
All right.
That has gotten me like into good conversations and meeting good people.
Matt, what's your biggest?
Yeah, you
flex?
gotta.
My biggest flex is being this fucking podcast.
Oh yeah,
No
Yeah.
way.
It
Yeah.
means
It is
that much to 'em.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
This
fun.
podcast
Man.
does slap.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, hitting
so
people up
fun.
and like, hey, I'm a guest star in a podcast.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
That's your opening
and,
Tinder
like,
line now?
have you like from the last or from the one you were on before? Have you like have you gotten contact with people you haven't talked to in a long time?
You know, no.
No, yeah, that
I
only
don't
happened
think
with you.
I don't think we're there yet. But
No,
I was gonna hang out with a girl,
yeah,
and it didn't end up working out. Still gonna happen, I think.
Nice.
But I'm like, if you want to get to know me, listen to the podcast.
Right.
Good
so
call.
she
Good
she
call.
looks it up, and she's like, I'm like, started episode 3. That's when I joined in,
Thanks
Yeah.
for the plug, by the way.
very nice.
and
Yeah.
she said, "Why is it called Coke Off Strangers Tits?"
You gotta watch.
And I was like, just listen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just to let you know though, you probably won't want to meet me after you listen to this.
Yeah.
And afterwards, she's like, I don't know if this makes me fucked up, but I want to meet you even more. Like, I'm
Yes,
attracted to you.
dude. Every
So
time
the
before,
podcast is working for me.
now before a date, you just gotta be like, listen to this first. This
Listen
is my
to this.
introduction.
And it's awesome. This is how you screen. This is how you screen your dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's
Because-
going bad.
If you do not like this podcast, you're not going to like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very fucked up.
yes, very.
I got a past.
Yeah.
You got to really be willing to accept that past.
Yeah. She's like, she watched that. She's like, oh, he's willing to snort coke off my titties.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want a man who does some crazy shit and says yes to everything.
Yes,
Maybe.
man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's date number 1.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll bring the Coke and she's like, play episode 3.
Turn it on in the background.
Come on.
No way. Come on, baby. Put on episode 3.
You want all of our voices in the
Do you have a
background?
flex, Carly?
No,
No flex.
no flex.
Okay.
Your hair's pretty
Wait,
dope.
hang on a minute. I remember your flex.
Oh God. I'm
Did
scared.
you or did you not discover a new species last week?
No,
No?
maybe it's a thing. It's an in
That's
between
so
thing.
cool.
Okay,
Something
we're-
she cannot
listen.
talk about at
Yeah,
this
I
time.
can't really talk about it at this time.
Disclosed information.
Not
Okay.
extremely, but like there. Okay, so I work with snails. There's a lot of terrestrial snails, and they're all kind of very similar in their DNA sequence, which is a bunch of words that no one really cares about. And the one I found is a hybrid of 2 other ones, which is makes it might make it a new species, but we need more
Incest babies.
DNA.
I'm-
No, just
I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a flex to me.
She found an
Thank you.
incest baby.
my
I'm-
flex is also my imagination is too
That's
crazy.
what I was gonna say.
Yes,
It's
that's
like,
good.
I
You
don't-
have a
I
10
think-
out of 10 imagination.
That's pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
think Carly is number 1 on my leaderboard as the most creative and imaginative person I know.
I've written 51 pages of a book.
Really?
Yeah.
that's a flex.
Why is that the first time I'm hearing about this?
Because
You-
no one's
actually-
allowed to read it.
Carly
But
actually
it's really
like,
good, and it's all about. Sorry, I got distracted. What?
You actually you told me one time me and you and Boone were FaceTiming and you
Yeah.
were describing something that you went through.
I read you guys what I
Dude.
wrote down.
What Carly can do with words
Yeah.
is fucking incredible.
Right?
Like it's like how does your words have so much of an impact? Like when
Because
you're actually
I'm
like
the best.
That was like
stellar.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
not fucking around. Like we
I know you're
ended that
not.
call and we were like, what's up with her and words?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like a weird thing. If I used to dream a lot, and I would wake up and it would be the same dream, and it would just play over. So I started writing it as a book.
Also, you can control your dreams.
Yeah,
That's pretty fucking
that's
stellar.
fun. Yeah,
lucid dreaming.
yeah, it's fun. I get to stab a lot of people
Holy shit!
because they're bad.
It's like American Psycho.
Okay.
Have
They're
you
like
guys
serial killers.
have you
Have I been
experienced?
stabbed?
What?
Have I been stabbed?
Yeah,
I'm
but
the only
not
one that
by
gets
me.
stabbed?
Not by me. Someone else in this room, and it's not me.
Liam.
Yeah, definitely Liam.
Have you experienced sleep paralysis?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can't
not
talk
like
about
it.
that.
No, we're not talking about
I went
that.
through it once.
Because if we talk about it, then I'm.
I told you about you the other day,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I'll jump in. Next question. Sorry
Yeah.
for bringing up that topic.
We'll talk about sleep paralysis next time.
It'll come up
If you're at home and you want to talk sleep paralysis, contact me.
My number is...
Always down to talk. Would you watch a porno of your celebrity crush banging your arch enemy?
Definitely.
I'll go first, except you already went first. My celebrity crush is Ariana Grande.
Come
Good
on.
choice.
She's so hot.
I
She has the
Yeah,
most
she-
followers
no,
on
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, she's
she's got a
hot.
hot voice.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that.
But
I might need to
Oh,
leave the
no.
room if I imagine it too much. But anyways,
Matt walks away with his hand in his pocket.
yeah, my pocket. I could not watch her bang my arch enemy.
No.
I could not.
How
It would
is
hurt
it-
me
I
too
could not
much.
watch that either.
How is it that you have an arch enemy?
when you say yes to a lot of things, you're gonna have an arch enemy. Have you not heard the story about
Well,
how he almost got punched because he was wearing a
Yeah.
blue jacket?
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
There has to be one person you dislike more than everybody else,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or a collection of people that
no,
you
I-
relatively
I'm thinking
dislike
of them
more than
right
others.
now.
Yeah, me too.
And I hate
I know
them.
who. Yeah. Okay. For my celebrity crush since I started puberty has been Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
She's she's the only reason that I think angels are even a capability.
Oh,
Or,
God.
being able. Yeah.
You're too obsessed with
I would eat her ass in a back alley. Easily.
Please stop. I'm about to leave the room.
Yeah, my arch enemy is one of my old foremen. I can't stand him. I would love to rip his throat apart. I don't even work for the fucking company anymore.
Yeah.
Can't stand him. He's a piece of shit, beta cuck.
Now, would you watch him bang Selena Gomez?
Yes. Simply because of the fact that I have had such a big crush on Selena Gomez, I wouldn't even notice him.
Oh,
I wouldn't notice him, dude.
I don't
What?
even. If I knew who was the guy, I couldn't even watch a POV with Ariana Grande.
Really?
No.
Jesus,
Wow.
Even if
that
his face
bad?
isn't it. Because I know it's him.
Yeah.
I cannot give him that satisfaction. Because I'm probably his arch enemy. And
Yeah.
if he knew that I was watching it,
Yeah.
that would kill me.
He would-
Because if
yeah.
he saw me,
He'd put more
he'd
effort
be
in.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I banged Ariana Grande and you didn't.
Yeah. You'd like,
I'd kill myself. Also to the point, if I banged Ariana Grande, I would come back to this podcast, tell the story, and commit suicide. Because that would be the top moment of my entire life.
That's your crowning
I'm the most
achievement.
popular podcast.
There is no way that you would ever peak higher than that in life.
Dude,
That's a
if
pretty
you-
serious magnum opus.
Imagine
right
if
there.
because he said this, he like manifested that to happen.
Yeah.
And next podcast, he's like, dude, okay,
I got a story
I
for
got
you.
a story for you. And then
It's
he just
called
like at
the
the end of the
Grande
podcast,
Latte.
he just offs himself.
And no, Ariana Grande is in the stands watching this podcast,
In the stand.
waiting
We have
to kill me.
stands?
You mean the futon where Liam is?
Yeah. And she's like,
It's on the futon.
now, if she messaged me and was like, I will have sex with you, but you have to kill yourself after now that you said that, I'd
like,
do
okay.
it.
You'd go for that, eh?
But I would make it clear in the terms of the contract that I get to share it with the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Can you
Thanks,
get me?
dude.
Yeah.
kind of animalistic.
Yeah.
but respectable.
So for anyone listening, tune in for next time Matt's on the show.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande will be here.
It's not true. Don't.
Maybe,
Come on, Ariana.
It's also going to be Matt's last ever episode on the podcast.
please blow this up. Get Ariana Grande to listen to this.
blow
Yeah.
this up so Matt can blow himself up.
I liked you when you were in Victorious when I was a kid.
When you're
Oh,
when she was
yeah.
cat.
When she
and had
when
the
you
red hair.
Yeah, I liked you in Sam and Cat. I liked your music.
What the heck is Sam
I-
the cat?
I
You
want
never
to.
see Sam? It's iCarly
Yeah,
and
it would
Victoria's
be
mixed
it would
together.
be you, Sam, and Ariana Grande.
I know Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Jeanette McCurdy's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though I'm not really into like white chicks. The chick who
Sam
played
from
Carly.
iCarly.
The chick that he plays.
Me.
You're Sam.
Me.
I don't know who that is.
You're Spencer.
I don't know who that is either.
Oh my god.
Um,
You need to watch
I'm
Child
actually like
TV.
Why? I'm no longer a
I'm
child.
getting to the point where I
listen,
need
the
to be-
window is closed.
No, we're finishing
Wait,
this.
what?
Boone, who's your celebrity crush? And
Yeah.
would you let them bang your arch enemy and watch?
Gina Carano is my
No, dude, it's not. It's the fucking what's the UFC chick?
Gina Carano.
No, the other one.
Who?
The UFC chick.
There's a lot of chicks in the
No,
UFC, man.
dude.
Who's the one that is on The Mandalorian?
Gina
That's Gina
Carano.
Carano.
Okay, yeah, that's Boone's.
No, it's
that's
not
Boone's
though.
celebrity
It's
crush.
not.
Yeah,
It's
that
the
is.
other UFC
Would
chick.
you let your arch enemy fuck her?
Yes, and the reason for that is that for anybody who doesn't know, Gina Carano is a former MMA fighter, and she was really good.
She's
And
really pretty.
The closest thing I have to an arch enemy, which is just a guy that I don't like, is a coworker that I used to have, and she would snap him in two easily.
Yeah, it'd be great.
So yeah, I'd watch.
Yeah.
And you're like, snap me in two.
Absolutely, I'd watch that because I'm
Actually,
pretty
like a
sure
good-
she'd kill him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're like win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Carly, what about you?
Tom Holland is my celebrity crush.
Me too.
And
I would not let
Who's your arch enemy?
somebody from school.
someone from back in the day. I hate them. They're the worst, and I hate them.
Off topic, but would you watch Tom Holland bang Sean?
Yes.
She's like, I want that to happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next episode on the podcast, Tom Holland fucks Sean.
Matt
We
offs
are
himself.
promising a lot of high caliber
That's a
celebrity
big one.
guests. I don't know if
Okay.
we're going to be able
Do you have
to
any
deliver
more
on all
questions,
of
Matt?
these.
Those were my 3 big questions I wanted
All
to
right.
know.
Sweet. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope they're
Yeah.
liking the podcast.
Yeah. See you in episode 6, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right.
I'm
be back.
straight. Ariana Grande, hit me up.
Boone, do you want to do the honors?
Tom Holland, Sean's
The
available.
honors of what? Cut.
We are.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And yeah, we
Okay.
encourage you to start your own podcast. But just know
100%.
we will burn you to the ground.
I mean, I didn't agree to that part, but yeah.
we
sure.
are the competition and we will fuck you.
Okay.